What is up, you guys, and welcome to the channel. Today I am going over some cool tips and tricks so that you can catch more of my favorite fish, the incredible snook. Now, I know there's tons of information about where to go and what to use. I'm gonna try and condense it down for you. Let me start by breaking down some of my crucial lures and leader material. I'm gonna start with what is most important to me, the leader. Now, the reason I say your leader is the most important is because without a good one, you're most likely gonna lose that snook, especially the bigger ones. They have very abrasive lips, and so they can actually file through your line very, very fast. When you're dealing with smaller snook, it may be okay to use something in the 20 pound range. I'm actually using a 40 pound because when you do hook into those bigger ones, it's better to know that you're not gonna get broken off. So it's better for you, and it's better for the fish as well. Now for the ever evolving and changing question, what lure? People will go on and on about what lure works the best, but honestly, they all work. My number one thing is I like to use a white swim bait. I think they work really well in all sorts of water conditions. These Miro lures, Miro minnows, these are subsurface, and these work awesome, kind of just twitching it through the water. And these big ones, if you're catching a lot of little ones and you're trying to weed them out, switch to a bigger lure. Personally, I don't always spend a whole bunch of money on the expensive brands. I think there's so many cheap brands that work just as well as some of the other more expensive brands. And so don't break your bank trying to think I gotta purchase the most expensive bait to catch fish. All of these baits will catch fish. Now, what kind of rod should you be rocking? Now, you don't have to break the bank when you're buying your rod and reel either. This was an $80 combo from Lew's. I did a video on this if you want to go check it out. Both of my rods are around the 7 foot, 7.5 foot mark for inshore fishing, and that's good for snook and all other inshore species. Now, one thing I learned about fly fishing is that you're always trying to mimic nature, and I think that's a big key in fishing and technique in general. If you can learn to mimic nature and look at your environment and try and copy it, you'll succeed. Now, one thing about snook is they love structure, like bridges and getting underneath the little mangroves and kind of having a little hidey hole to attack from. I treat snook like a saltwater bass almost. They really love to chase things, and when they see that, it gets them excited. Now, in the colder months, it might be a little better to slow it down just a little bit. The snook get lethargic in the cold water, and so it's better to kind of pause that bait every now and then, or give them a chance to kind of get there, because they're just not moving quite as quick. For location, my top 3 things are mussel beds, mangroves, and bridges. If you can find some of those things, like I said, structure, you will possibly find the snook. Now, I'm in northern Florida, so I don't think I have it quite as good for snook fishing as the people down, say, in Miami do, where the water is just always just a little bit warmer. But up here in northern Florida, you can definitely still find these great locations where they hold awesome big snook. So a real quick note before we go, guys, make sure you're changing that knot out right above your lure. That will get chafed up real quick. I hope you guys were able to take something from this video. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Now go and catch a fish.
Oh,